Hey guys, we are finally back for the penultimate of the World Championships of Budapest 2023. Today we're going to be focusing on the 4x1 women's, followed by the 4x1 men's. We're going to be talking about such incredible things that has happened at the World Championships. We have seen such amazing things for the past couple of months of the World Championships, of Sha'Carri Richardson winning the 100 meters all the way up to her winning bronze in the 200, outleaning a lot of other competitors, especially Julius Alford as well as Marie-Josée Tallou. And we also saw the rise of the second fastest 200 meter runner of all time, Shericka Jackson, who has now put herself in a uncrazy territory by being the single athlete that has not only put in her time lower than anybody else in the 200, she is second to none when it comes to the 200. She is the only person behind Floja right now that could surpass her. With a little bit of headwind and a little bit of tailwind, I think she could break the world record next year. Along that, we have seen the new Sha'Carri Richardson, and her motive and her slogan, she's not back, she's better. I think all that came down for tonight's 4x1 100 meters 4x1. I think that throughout watching this whole penultimate, I think that we have seen such great things from each athlete, Jamaica and America, or all the other athletes. I think that me as a track athlete, seeing athletes grow from, I would say, not even amateurs, but from professional to superiority into the field that they're in is such a great thing. I think we have seen Sha'Carri Richardson blossom, and that she has done things that no other athlete has done. Like, for an example, she's the only athlete in history to have done. She has beaten a high-end field of athletes in lane 9, and she qualified on time to get into the finals. This has never happened before. So the fact that she has even done that, that shows the type of athlete that she is now. I am just so proud of her as a person, as an individual, and I cannot wait to see what she's going to do at Paris. We also know that this is also the finishing career of the greatest female athlete, in my opinion, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who has capstone decades after decades when it comes to championships, beating medals. She has a decade and a half under her belt, and I think her name will be sung for years to come. She has put in so many people ahead of her when it comes. She literally pioneered a whole new evolution of athletes. And the crazy part is there's so many great female athlete now, it's hard to count anybody out. And I think that's what makes our sport very great. So like I said, I don't want to hold this any longer. I can't wait to look at the World Championships 4x1 on the men's side, and on the women's side is starting first. I just can't wait. And I cannot wait to see what time that they finish. From what I saw, they said that it's Sha'Carri Richardson versus Shericka Jackson as anchors, and they show down with decade of epic performance. The Jamaicans are coming when it comes to 4x1, because they got beat last year by 1/10 of a second, and the American edged them out to win the gold. They could have got even crazier than that. So now we're back with, they changed some part of the team with now having Sha'Carri Richardson as anchor. I cannot wait to see what happens. I hope you guys are excited. And from what I heard too, they took out Elaine Thompson, or something happened. So Elaine Thompson was not there. But I know that Elaine was there during the World Championship. She was one of the legs, third leg or second leg in the 4x1, getting to the the championship final 4x1. So let's check it out, guys.
Ready to finish off the second to last night under the lights here in Budapest.
There they are.
The women's 4x100 meter relay, and let's meet Team USA.
So before we continue, let's talk about the set off. So it's Davis, TT, Thomas, and Sha'Carri. Now the only person that they changed was 2 people, and now they got TT. Now TT was the one that literally was the anchor last year, right? Melissa Jefferson was the person that started it off, giving it to Prandini, and then Abby, and then if I'm not mistaken, TT had the end. Now they have Sha'Carri Richardson, a new Sha'Carri Richardson, who have not only proven herself that she could run all 3 rounds. So nobody can never say now that she can't run rounds. Sha'Carri has earned her spot as one of the greats in my heart. And I think she's going to keep elevating. It's a new era of track and field. And I think she is leading the pack along with Shericka Jackson and the great Elaine Thompson. So let's check this out, guys.
The United States making 2 changes from the semifinals, and they're the final 2. Sha'Carri Richardson will anchor. Gabby Thomas will run third.
This is going to be crazy.
Tamari Davis, just 20, making her debut for the United States. And TT Terry down the back stretch. You'll remember she anchored the winners last year in Eugene.
And remember, the world record is still from London 2012, 40.82 by the great Allison Felix, Carmelita Jeter, and Bianca Knight, and I forgot her name, Tiana Bertoletta. Those 4, nobody couldn't say anything about those 4. You could go back in history, whenever time they show up, everybody was on top of their game. This is crazy. And that's also crazy too. This is the only team now that hasn't had Allison Felix on it over the years, because Allison was a pivotal point of every 4x1, every 4x4 team since 2001, which is pretty insane if you think about it. When you think about individual medals and relay medals count too, because if you lose, it's more pressure. And I always tell people, like, yeah, if you lose in one event, yeah, even though the pressure is a lot, but if they tell you that you're the one that's running anchor and you gotta bring it home, and you don't bring it home and everybody get disqualified, what if that person did not win a medal that day and this was their only time to gain the medal? That's more pressure. So think about it that way.
Except the Jamaicans. It has been a real rivalry, a legit rivalry, back and forth over the years between the US and Jamaica. How much of a
This is about to be crazy.
2003 to find the last time that a team, not Jamaica or the United States, won this event at Worlds. That's a full 20 years, just USA and Jamaica trading the titles back and forth. And that was France, and France do not have a team in this final. So Tamari Davis, as well as she ran in the semifinals, I knew there was no danger. She was getting subbed out. She's a youngster, so you give her the least to do. The only thing she has to do is pass. There's TT. She anchored, as I said, last year and held off the hard-charging Shericka Jackson of Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got the silver in the 200 meters last evening.
And Gabby is a good athlete too. She is the 4th fastest 200 runner. But from what I've learned, she's not that great on curving off the track, but her strength is more of the straightaway. But if she builds more of that curve, she'll be untouchable.
She'll handle the third leg. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter bronze medalist from this meet, Sha'Carri Richardson, will bring it home.
Put some respect on her name, yo.
Sharika Jackson of Jamaica.
Like I said, I'm so proud of her. She came a long way. A long way. And I think nobody can take away. She said something that actually really resonate with what she said. She said there was a point she thought the world was her friend and the world turned on her. And she was the only person that had her back was God and herself. And one thing I could tell about Sha'Carri, she's one of those athletes. She's one of the realest athletes that I think we've met, besides a couple of athletes that I find my favorite, because she was herself throughout the whole process of her journey. And nobody can take that away from her.
So, Sha'Carri got the better of Sharika in the 100. Sharika got the better of the world in the 200. Sharika left everybody behind.
I'm still not off that shit though. That 200 meters, Sharika was like, okay, so I can't beat you in the 100, right? Alright, let me see you in the 200. Got off that curve, passed everybody. When I saw the clock, that thing said 21.41. I was alright. World record is coming next year, or at the end of this year. Who knows? Now, I know it didn't happen, but she still ran something massively from what I heard at the Prefontaine, which we will cover after this, alright? So let's continue.
So the US and Jamaican teams.
So here's the team right now. So it's Natasha Morrison is leading. Shelly Ann is second leg. Chablis Harbs is third leg. And Sharika Jackson is anchor.
Are just rock solid. Morrison, Fraser Price, Forbes and Jackson, the Jamaican quartet.
It may be, Lee, that this is the last time that we will see Shelly Ann Fraser Price at Worlds. She'll run the backstretch. I told you yesterday, she's run every leg for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes on third, and we already told you the anchor. 21:41 last night to scare Florence Griffith Joyner's world record. Sharika Jackson will be counted on yet again to anchor the Jamaicans home.
Here's Sharika, and while she is basking in the glory of these World Championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Shelly Ann has told us that Paris more than likely will be her.
Yeah, that's very sad to hear. Like, when I first saw Shelly Ann in 2008 and saw her get the gold for Jamaica, which was, from what I heard, she was the first athlete to win gold for her, for Jamaica. They never struck gold, so she was the first to do that. She did that in 2008 as well as in London. So she repeat her consecutive medal wins, and coming back almost did that in Rio due to injury. Elaine beat her, but you know, that would have been very prominent.
Last World Championships, she'll be 37 in Paris, so it's going to be the end. We're in the twilight of this incredible career for the three-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medalist. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, entering this race now.
And this British team that will start in lane 8 is weakened severely. You see the name you don't see on the left there? Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team, but I don't know if this British team is capable of challenging Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any phenomenal.
So we're gonna move forward. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time on that one.
First. There's no way you look at this matchup between
let's
USA
get this
and
on the road.
And your mouth not start watering. It's going to be good.
And for the third time in these World Championships, we see a Sha'Carri Richardson, Sharika
This is the new rivalry. It's Sha'Carri. Whenever time Sha'Carri and Sharika Jackson's on the screen, those are the best rivalries right now. We had previous rivalry. We had Carmelita Jeter with Shelly Ann, Allison Felix with Veronica Campbell Brown. So this is the new modern rivalry, which is pretty cool.
Jackson head to head for gold.
Oh shit. All right.
Let's go. The final of the women's 4x100 meter relay.
The USA can see Jamaica early in this race. The first two passes have been made.
Right, Shellyan's already out, but TT's right there. TT's right there.
Price go. But it's a good run from TT Terry.
Oh shoot, Gabby's going.
Jamaicans have taken the lead. It's up to Gabby Thomas to close the gap.
One more pass. All right, there it is.
Gives it to Sha'Carri Richardson.
Okay.
Jackson. It's Sha'Carri and Sharika.
Sha'Carri's holding off.
Nobody's catching Sha'Carri Richardson.
Wait, is that CR championship record? 4103?
It's gold for the United States.
Yo! Oh shit! 4103. They almost got close to the world record again. And that's a faster team this time. America 4103, Jamaica 4121, Great Britain 4197. If they had Elaine Thompson, it would have been a wrap. And I think that was the one that cost them. Because you need athletes that are veteran and that are able to exchange when need be. But we have a new Sha'Carri that, when it comes to the straightaway, her finishing closing is very similar to Elaine. Oh shit.
Celebrate with the women.
Did you see how what's his name? Tackled Sha'Carri?
It is a gold for Team USA in the 4x1 relay.
And it's been a while since the United States had world champions in both the women and the men.
Oh my God. This is what I was saying. The fact that Sha'Carri came to the world championship and got to the world championship and y'all not let her win, but y'all let her really focus and went by. Oh shit. Y'all gonna get this shit back next year. I hope I'm not wrong. But y'all, to whatever Sha'Carri's on right now, and she's gonna carry out to next year, Paris, y'all in trouble. You guys are in trouble. Because when she's focused, she's a dangerous athlete when she's focused. And this is her first time at a championships. This is gonna be scary for futures on. And it's gonna be scary because the time is the scales are tipping now into America's favor. Some of the greats, they're retiring from Jamaica. So it's gonna take a while to get that balance back. You know? Because ever since Usain Bolt retired, there hasn't been that much power on the men's side when it comes to the Jamaican side. The US men has been gradually getting closer to that record. They're trying to break the 4x1 record that Usain Bolt has. So the fact that this is now happening more and more on the women's side is crazy.
It has to feel good for the United States as we are under a year to Paris. So for the second straight year, Jamaica second to the United States at Worlds.
If my eyes are right, it's 2007 was the last time.
Yep, I remember that team. That was the Tyson Gay team and the Barber Twins team with Allison Felix as well on that 4x1 in Osaka,
That's
Japan.
crazy, yo.
So not a bad haul for Sha'Carri, right? Gold in the 100, bronze in the 200. And anybody holding off Sharika Jackson is doing something. That
is something. Anybody that's holding Sharika Jackson now, you must be something special, and she is something special. You know, I could honestly say, Sha'Carri, I love you dearly. You have the world on your shoulders now. You're not only carrying a team, you're now carrying the entire track team when it comes to the 4x1, because every time there's gonna be a 4x1, they're gonna need you there. They're gonna need you there, and I need you to be more vigilant to do rounds and practice. And the fact that I heard they had a little scuffle throughout the whole process leading up to the World Championship goes to show when it's time to be a great team, the US team makes sure it counts, and that's amazing.
Masterful leg by Sha'Carri Richardson to hold off the 200-meter champion. We saw what she did to the rest of the world last night, and she had no answer for Sha'Carri.
So the US women say to the guys, oh, you just won the 9th time? Well, that's our 9th as well.
That's right. So the US teams, 9 world titles for the men, and 9 world titles, including 2 in a row now at Worlds for the USA women.
Look at this. What a wonderful sight for the US women to celebrate such an incredible accomplishment. And I want to go back to Sha'Carri Richardson's words. I'm not back, I'm better. And she is living up and proving her words true.
I feel like we have seen Sha'Carri Richardson mature during these World Championships.
Yes, she
100%.
has.
This is not the same Sha'Carri from 2 years ago at the Olympic trials, and it's certainly not the Sha'Carri Richardson from last year that didn't even get out of the rounds at Nationals.
Well done, Tamari Davis, Twanisha Terry, Gabby Thomas, and Sha'Carri.
So Lee, this is the fastest time ever running a 4x1 outside of the Olympic Games, and that's why it's a championship record.
So we're gonna stop it here, guys. Congratulations to the ladies for doing it. This is their 9th World Championships overall for the years that the US been competing in it. They have won every World Championship meet that they have been in. This is their 9th. So congratulations to Tamari Davis, TT Terry, Gabrielle Thomas, and Sha'Carri Richardson, the newly crowned World Championships. And I have to put emphasis on that because a lot of people thought she couldn't make it. So she stood there and she stood by her words. So I'm very proud of that. And as I say, guys, thank you guys so much for believing me and for believing my channel. I always promised myself that I would be back to cover the rest of it. I made sure this happened. I'm very proud of myself because it has been very hectic with the semester that I've been through. But I know that you guys have been such a joy of fans. And I thank you guys so much for being such wonderful fans. That means so much to me. The next part 2 is going to be the men's 4x1. And then we will start talking about the Prefontaine as we close out this part of the World Championships. Okay, guys? Thank you guys so much. I'm truly humbled. Like and subscribe. Like I said, our goal is to hit 1K for this end of the year. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? Bye-bye.